Hey everyone, welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm Mark,
And I'm Anna.
ready to jump into the exciting world of cryptocurrency.
Absolutely. And we're celebrating something pretty big today, too, right?
Oh yeah, we can't forget that. We're launching our very own YouTube channel.
AI Finance Podcast.
That's right. Head over there if you want even more insights from us, from market trends to, just really diving deep into all things finance.
We'll make sure you stay ahead of the curve.
But for now,
We've got a deep dive to get to. 2 recent articles from Crypto Daily, remember?
right, and they're all about crypto,
First up, Bitcoin.
which has been making headlines with this impressive weekly close,
It definitely caught my eye. Closing at $69,000.
which, wow.
Right. Above its previous bull flag, matching its 2021 high.
So this isn't just interesting, it could be a major signal
Yeah, potentially.
for where Bitcoin might be headed next.
Okay, but break it down for us, for our listeners.
Yeah, what's a bull flag and why should they care?
Imagine a flag waving in the wind.
Okay.
That's the basic pattern we're talking about.
Okay, I see it.
So for Bitcoin, this upward break from the flag often means the bulls, those who believe in its rise, are in control, and we could see prices climb even higher.
So good news if you're holding on to Bitcoin.
Okay.
The article also mentioned massive institutional buying,
Huge amounts of money flowing into Bitcoin ETF.
like serious money.
Over $2.5 billion in just 6 days, according to the article.
Wow, $2.5 billion.
It's a giant flashing neon sign signaling confidence.
You can't ignore that.
Right. And this is coming from some of the biggest players in finance.
This is huge for Bitcoin.
Yeah, this level of institutional investment, major impact.
Okay, so before we get too carried away with Bitcoin euphoria,
Right.
this next part is where things get really interesting.
Yeah, a little ominous even.
The article mentions a research paper
Yeah.
urging the U.S. government to, wait for it,
This is big.
ban or tax Bitcoin.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. So this paper,
From the Minneapolis Fed and the University of Minnesota.
that's right, they argue that Bitcoin undermines the government's ability to run a deficit, which they see as a key tool for managing the economy.
So they're basically saying
Yeah.
Bitcoin is a threat.
To their way of doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
essentially.
So they argue that Bitcoin forces a balanced budget scenario, which they believe would be detrimental.
They call Bitcoin useless.
But at the same time, they're acknowledging its potential to disrupt the existing financial system.
It's a fascinating contradiction.
Talk about mixed messages.
Right.
On the one hand, we've got institutional investors pouring billions into Bitcoin. And on the other hand, we have researchers urging the government to step in.
It's a lot to unpack.
And so if you're just tuning in, this is the kind of in-depth analysis we do every episode.
Every episode, we bring you these kinds of insights.
And if you like what you're hearing so far, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel
AI Finance Podcast.
for even more insights like this
We'll keep you ahead of the game.
in the exciting world of finance. Now, Anna, back to Bitcoin. What should our listeners be watching out for?
The article does highlight some potential for short-term price corrections.
So it's not all smooth sailing.
It rarely ever is with Bitcoin.
Okay.
The market rarely moves in a straight line. Some volatility is to be expected. However,
Okay.
zooming out,
To the weekly time frame analysis.
there are strong support levels for Bitcoin.
Okay, so holding steady for now.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
upcoming U.S. election, though,
Could be a turning point.
it could be a major catalyst for Bitcoin's price, one way or the other. So that's definitely something to keep a close eye on.
It's going to be a wild ride, that's for sure.
Get ready.
Speaking of wild rides, it's time to jump into our second deep dive, Dogecoin.
Buckle up. This is where things get really interesting. Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, up 41% recently.
It's definitely got people talking again.
It does feel like it's back.
Yeah.
The article even reminded us about that incredible surge Dogecoin had.
Oh, during the last bull market.
Yeah, over 1,000%, right?
12,240% to be exact.
Wow, that's right.
It was a wild ride.
What goes up, though,
Right.
usually comes down. So
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
are we looking at another short-lived spike here?
Well, if we look at the short-term analysis,
Okay,
a correction might be coming soon.
meaning a dip is likely. How low are we talking?
The article mentions support levels around $12.13.
Okay, that's a pretty big drop.
It is, from its current price.
Okay, so short-term, maybe not so bright for the Doge army. What about long-term, though?
The long game.
Could Dogecoin ever reclaim its all-time high?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The article mentions
Yeah.
significant resistance.
At its current price.
Right around there, yeah.
Resistance, so it's like Dogecoin hit a wall, basically.
Essentially, yeah. If it can power through this resistance, though,
Right.
that could signal a new local high,
Okay.
maybe even the start of another major climb.
So there's a chance.
It's a big if, though.
It really is.
Yeah.
Sounds like Dogecoin's future is about as predictable as, well, the next viral meme.
Which is to say, not at all. That's the thing with meme coins.
It's true. They really are unpredictable.
It makes them risky, but also exciting.
That's why I love doing these deep dives.
Right.
We arm you with information, but you make the call.
Yeah.
And speaking of being armed with information,
Yes.
if you are enjoying this deep dive,
Into Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
you'll love the content we have planned.
We've got so much planned.
For our new YouTube channel,
AI Finance Podcast.
it's the place to be.
For everything.
From market trends to in-depth analysis,
All designed to help you navigate the world of finance.
and we'll be doing it in the same fun, engaging way.
Absolutely. Learning about finance should be exciting.
Yes.
Not intimidating.
I completely agree. So, with that said,
Yes.
are you ready to wrap up this double deep dive?
Let's do it. What are your final thoughts?
It's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
Bitcoin, Dogecoin, government regulations.
Who knows what the future holds?
That's the exciting part.
It really is. This is why I love this space.
Me too. It's always changing.
But no matter what happens, knowledge is key.
Absolutely.
Understanding the ins and outs.
Being informed.
Exactly.
That's what empowers you.
That's what we try to do here on the Deep Dive, and that's what we'll keep doing.
On our YouTube channel,
AI Finance Podcast.
we'll bring that same energy.
Breaking down complex topics.
That's making finance fun and accessible.
And keeping you ahead of the curve. So, until next time,
Keep exploring.
keep those brains engaged, and we'll see you in the next Deep Dive.